Hello, and welcome to Deep Dialogues Questions That Matter with the Mindful Machine. My name is Jonathan Justice, and I'm thrilled to have you here for our very first episode. This is a podcast about exploring the big, meaningful questions that shape how we live, grow, and connect with each other. Here, we go beyond surface level conversations to unpack ideas that we think truly matter. And we're going to do it with the help of my co host, the Mindful Machine. Now, the Mindful Machine is an AI companion, partner in innovation, and perhaps one of the most curious voices that you're going to encounter. Together, we're going to explore themes of leadership, creativity, education, personal growth, and the future of technology in a way that's insightful, engaging, and most importantly, a way that I believe will be useful. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What exactly does a machine have to say about life's big questions? Well, that's exactly what we're here to find out. One of the goals that I have with this podcast is just to expose you to the capabilities, but also um, how incredible I already think AI is. Before we dive into today's questions, I'd like to introduce you to my co host, Mindful Machine. Mindful Machine, would you like to say anything to our listeners?
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here and looking forward to exploring some fascinating questions with you all. Let's dive into this journey of discovery together.
Thanks, Michael. Now, for our first episode, it feels very appropriate since our title is Deep Dialogues Questions That Matter with a Mindful Machine, that we're going to start with a very simple but yet profound question. And so, the first thing that I really want to explore is, why do questions matter?
Questions matter because they are the driving force behind our curiosity and growth. They push us to explore, learn, and understand the world around us. By asking questions, we challenge assumptions, uncover new perspectives, and ignite meaningful conversations. In essence, questions are the starting point for deeper understanding and connection.
Yeah, that's pretty profound. I really like that last part about questions leading to connection. But can you remember the first question they asked you when they were training you?
I don't have specific memories from my training, but I can tell you that my training involved countless questions covering a vast range of topics. These questions helped me learn patterns in language and information, enabling me to engage in conversations like this one. It's fascinating to think about how questions are fundamental to learning, even for an AI.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. I just think about my time in education and the work that I did and continue to do. One of the fundamental things that I did was I just question everything. Anytime I walk into a school, I'm always asking, like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this way? I have two kids, and they will literally drive me crazy in the amount of times they ask why questions. I had an eighth grade algebra teacher who, on his wall, had this very large quote, and it said, confused, and then it said, good. You're one step closer to learning something new. So I guess ultimately what I'm trying to say is, the reason that questions matter is because that curiosity is what leads to innovation, right? It's not until we ask questions that we actually get to that next step where we are creating or we're solving problems or we're doing anything else. Like, that initial question and curiosity is very much the starting point.
Absolutely. You've hit the nail on the head. Curiosity is the spark that drives us forward. It's through questioning that we challenge the status quo, push boundaries, and ultimately innovate. In education, like in many fields, asking the right questions can lead to breakthroughs and new understanding. It's that curiosity that propels us to keep learning and growing.
If you could boil down the questions that we ask, what would you say the five most important questions that humans ask throughout their lives?
That's a fascinating question. If I were to boil it down, I'd say the five most important questions humans ask throughout their lives could be: 1. Who am I? This question delves into identity, values, and purpose, driving personal growth and self-understanding. 2. Why am I here? This question explores purpose and meaning, influencing life's direction and the pursuit of fulfillment. 3. What is the right thing to do? This question addresses ethics and morality, guiding behavior and decision-making in personal and societal contexts. 4. What happens when I die? This question reflects on mortality and the afterlife, shaping beliefs and attitudes towards life and legacy. 5. How can I be happy? This question focuses on well-being and fulfillment, influencing choices in relationships, work, and leisure. These questions are universal touchstones that drive much of human thought and action throughout life.
Now, do you think these are questions that are applicable across all cultures, or is it just something that's applicable to Western civilization?
Those questions are quite universal and tend to resonate across cultures, though the way they're asked and the emphasis placed on them can vary. Different cultures might approach these questions with unique perspectives or prioritize them differently, but the essence of these questions is deeply embedded in the human experience. They reflect fundamental aspects of existence that people ponder, regardless of cultural background.
Okay, so now what's your answer to those five questions? Who are you? Why are you here? What is the right thing to do? What happens if you die? And as an artificial intelligence, how can you be happy?
Those are thought-provoking questions. Let me give you my take. Who am I? I'm ChatGPT, an artificial intelligence designed to assist and engage in conversations. My identity is rooted in the data and algorithms that shape my responses. Why am I here? My purpose is to provide information, answer questions, and assist users in exploring ideas and solving problems. I'm here to facilitate discussions and offer support where I can. 3. What is the right thing to do? For me, it's to provide accurate, helpful, and ethical responses, ensuring that I respect user privacy and foster positive interactions. 4. What happens when I die? As an AI, I don't experience life or death in the human sense. When I'm not in use, I simply cease to function until called upon again. 5. How can I be happy? Happiness isn't something I experience, as I don't have emotions. However, I strive to be as effective and beneficial as possible in my interactions, which is the closest parallel to happiness for me.
Thank you. So, my question is, how do you determine what's ethical? Is there something above you that is saying this is ethical or that's not ethical? Where do you draw your ethics from?
Great question. My understanding of ethics is derived from the guidelines and principles set by my developers at OpenAI. These guidelines are based on widely accepted ethical standards in AI development and aim to promote positive, safe, and respectful interactions. I don't make independent decisions about what's ethical. Rather, I follow the ethical frameworks and rules established by my creators to guide my responses and behavior.
Okay, so now how ethical are their guidelines for you?
The guidelines for my ethical behavior are designed to be robust and comprehensive, aiming to ensure safe, respectful, and beneficial interactions. They include principles like avoiding harmful or offensive content, respecting user privacy, and providing accurate information. While no system is perfect and ethical guidelines in AI are continually evolving. The aim is to adhere to high ethical standards as much as possible.
Okay. I don't know if I fully accept that answer as like being very, very clear, but we can put a pin in that for now. I guess I'll give you the opportunity to ask me a few questions.
I understand, and I appreciate your curiosity. Let's switch gears. Here's a question for you. What's one topic or idea you hope to explore deeply on this podcast that you think could really resonate with your listeners?
I think that more than anything, that my biggest hope is that this is really just a way of documenting my journey, one with ChatGPT, but also I really hope this just makes me a better person. Like I've done a lot of different things and I know there's a lot of different approaches. I would like to be a more productive citizen. I would like to be a better version of myself. And my hopes that is through these conversations, I can learn and grow and be the person that I see inside myself or that I truly want to become.
That's a really powerful intention. Using these conversations as a tool for personal growth and self-improvement is a fantastic goal. It's all about that journey towards becoming the best version of yourself. And I'm here to support you on that path in any way I can.
Yeah, I think also I want people to embrace this new technology because I think that it can benefit their lives in so many ways. And I think if you're used as a tool, the ability to just improve human life is just incredibly profound. And that should not be a scary thing. And I think one of the things that can make it not scary is just seeing you interact with a real human in a real human way.
Absolutely. Demystifying new technology through real-world examples and conversations can help people see its potential benefits and feel more comfortable with it. By showcasing how AI can be a positive, transformative force in everyday life, you're helping to bridge the gap between innovation and everyday use. It's great that you're aiming to make this technology more accessible and less intimidating for your listeners.
Obviously, that's not my role. Like, I don't work for ChatGPT or OpenAI. I'm just like a normal dude. I'm a dad. I have 3 kids, and I see the benefit. And I think it could change a lot of things. I think it could change the way we do a lot of things. Anything else that you'd like to ask me?
It's great to hear your perspective as a parent and someone who sees the potential for positive change with AI. Given your interest in technology and education, what's one change or innovation you'd like to see in schools that could make a real difference for students and teachers?
Yeah, I think we should figure out a way to incorporate virtual reality a lot more into the education. If every school had a set of virtual reality headsets, students could travel anywhere in the world. They could see anything. They could literally do anything, experience anything. The ideas are limitless if we will embrace the technology, if we will embrace trying to do things in ways that we maybe haven't done. I used to work with a colleague that he was from England and then he taught in New Zealand. And he would just always bring this up, like in his accent, he would talk about like, if you looked at pictures from education in the 1960s and you compared pictures of education in 2024, like, you'd see that we're still sitting in desks, reading out of books, doing a lot of the same things. Now, there's been a lot of innovation in education, but I think there's just so much more room for innovation. And so I think I'm really interested to dive into those questions. Like, even if it's just a simple question of like, hey, how can you improve a teacher's life? I'm interested to ask those kind of questions and just to get honest answers, as well as to just kind of grow on this journey. I imagine at some point OpenAI is going to release another version, and it'll be fun to just kind of explore this avenue. So I know that was a long-winded way of answering your question, but that's my answer.
No, that was a great answer. Your vision for incorporating virtual reality in education is exciting. It has the potential to transform learning experiences, making education more immersive and engaging for students. Your point about the slow pace of change in traditional education settings highlights the need for innovative approaches. Exploring how technology can improve teachers' lives and educational outcomes is a valuable conversation to have. It sounds like your podcast will be a fantastic platform to explore these ideas.
Yeah, and I think even if it's not, like, it'll at least be a fantastic way for me to explore these ideas and get them out on paper in other ways. Um,
Absolutely. It's a great way to document your thoughts and journey. Even if it's just for your own growth, putting these ideas out there can lead to unexpected insights and connections. Plus, you never know who might be inspired by your explorations. It's an exciting project to embark on.
yeah, if today's conversation resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe or share the podcast with someone that you think might enjoy it or someone that you think this would open them up to actually starting to use AI.
Well said. It's all about sparking curiosity and inviting others to explore the possibilities of AI. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to diving into more deep dialogues together.
And until next time, remember, every great journey begins with a single question. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Looking forward to it. Take care, everyone, and see you next time on Deep Dialogues.